So my question for you is, how do we measure our spiritual health?
The day you find the answer, let me know.
It's a
It
tough
is
one, right? It's a very difficult one, but we do lack sometimes spiritual health, I believe, that spills into our physical, emotional health.
definitely, that is for sure. Whatever we are at a physical level, mm, something behind this physical body is the mind, the brain, the mind. Suppose this physical eye is affected somehow because your nerves are affected, optical nerve is affected. So what happens that even though you have perfectly healthy eye, but your nerve is creating problems. So if it is inflamed or somehow it gets disconnected, then you will have a blind sight. You won't be able to see it. So as we move from the physical realm and go inward, it becomes subtler and subtler. The question would arise, what is it that supports the mind? We do understand brain is like a computer and mind is like a software. What is it that supports this software? We all have understood one fundamental thing, that there is something within me which has come along and has stayed with me even now. It is still with me. And that is a life force. You know, we have witnessed as soon as the baby arrives and delivered from mother's womb, baby begins to cry. And that's a sign that some life has come, some life force has come along. And we all call this life force by various names: spirit, jiva, atman, soul. And depending on the culture we live in, we attribute different names to it, but doesn't matter what we call. If baby was not crying at that moment, doctors would go crazy. Nurses would run around everywhere. Let's make this baby cry, make the baby breathe.
Mm-hmm.
So they tilt the body upside down and try to stimulate the breathing. And even then the baby does not cry. It means life force has not come along. And it is for sure that that life force that is there since then, it's with us now. But if it kicks the bucket tonight and says, Daaji, I am going tonight, end of my life.
Mm.
So the life force is within me. It's not something outside me. My life is not in Mecca or Jerusalem or in some holy place. Or my life is not governed by somebody else. It is within me.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to be at least be thankful, be grateful to that life force. Simple gratitude is enough. That thank you. And with this shift in attitude, I think we can begin our journey in the spiritual realm. This simple, grateful attitude towards that life force triggers our spiritual journey. And then the next step. Because every time we try to understand this life force, something happens magically in our heart. And more we become optimistic, more positive attitude we develop. There is so much of joy that oozes from our heart. It is like, this force which we have, the life force. And then when we have positive attitude and the joy that comes along as a result is unbound. And moment we become negative or envious, jealous, arrogant, somehow it doesn't rhyme with the spirit. And the entire feel that we were enjoying of moments back contracts and it shrinks into our heart and heart becomes heavier.
Mm-hmm.
It's a simple phenomena. And because of this heaviness in the heart, suppose failure occurs in life and you don't come out of the understanding of why you fail and you keep on brooding over your failure, what happens then? Your spirit again shrinks. You go into depression, anxiety. Most of the mental problems are because of this, our inability to understand the causes behind what gives me joy and what shrinks me, what makes me sad. How to avoid the causes that makes me sad, and how to promote the factors that helps my mental abilities become stronger. We all know about the physical body. We need a balanced diet, uh, right ingredients. What when it comes to the heart, when it comes to the mind, we don't know how to nurture our hearts and our minds. And yet, we claim to say we are the highest species on the planet. And the next phenomena, though we know how to nourish our bodies, though we know to a certain extent, nourishing the heart, the emotions, nourishing the mind with intellect, we have limitations there. But when it comes to spirit, we have no answer at how to nourish my spirit, how to nourish my soul. And once I learn the art of nourishing my soul, it will nourish the heart, it will nourish the mind. And with this combination of balanced diet, proper exercise, and bringing in meditation with transmission that nourishes the soul, changes the life itself.